Kassi Ashton is here. We were just kind of catching up here on the highway. I'm Macy Banks. And yeah, last time you were here, because it has been a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, we were talking about Made from the Dirt. Mm-hmm. So I guess it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, probably.
A lot to catch up on. Mm-hmm. But, you know, we were honestly discussing just the soft glowiness of, well, life. I mean, video, fashion, just everything. And yeah, there have been a few things that happened. First, I want to discuss your wedding. That just, you're almost celebrating a year.
This weekend is a year. Isn't
Happy
that
anniversary.
Crazy?
That is crazy.
It goes by so fast.
Yeah.
And I know that everyone says, like, the first year is the hardest, and there's no way that can possibly be true because this was a breeze. But also, we've been together for 9 years.
Yeah.
So it's not like we've only known each other for 2 and then got married and had to, like, continue to know each other.
Yeah.
It's... We know each other.
Doesn't it feel different though? Like you do tie the knot, and just somehow, even though you have been together for so long, it's like a wedding just makes it feel, you really feel married.
Yeah. The next morning we woke up and we were in Key West. That's where we got married. And we were like, what feels different? We're very realistic with each other. Like there's nothing that I don't tell him, no opinion, no anything. And I was like, so far, I don't feel different. I don't think I'm going to feel different. And he was like, I just feel more of a responsibility for your life and how much you love it and what happens for you. And I wanted to cry right then. I was like, I know I married the right person, but you're really just like, you know, hammering in on that fact. And then as time went on, I completely agree with him. I just feel like I have a responsibility specifically to him and the choices that we make together that will build our life as we go.
That's so true. Wow, I didn't think we'd get this deep this fast. But
Sorry.
That's what marriage is though, you know? And it's beautiful that he was able to like speak that and put it into words.
So quick.
Yeah. You're sitting here like, I'm a lyricist, and he literally said the most beautiful thing.
Yeah, he's fabulous.
At the most perfect time. Obviously, you know, one of the things about your wedding that was gorgeous was the details and the fashion, and you yourself being a creative in so many ways, including fashion and designing your own pieces. Like, did you design everything that you wore and all the accessories that you had on that day and the weekend?
Yes.
Oh
so we were in Key West for a week with our best friends, and then our family showed up later in the week. I made everything from the outfit that I wore for my bachelorette party on the sailboat to the rehearsal dinner gown to the nightgown I got ready in to my wedding dress to the after party dress to my bachelorette party dress. I made the bridesmaids dresses.
Oh my gosh.
I made the 12-foot tall, 26-foot wide Renaissance tent that went over the DJ booth.
Girl.
13 lanterns, the DJ facade, the bar wrap. Yeah, I'm sane. Yeah.
I love how the details I thought of are like, okay, do we get cocktail napkins, and like what company do we go through, and what is the customization? And then there's you. Okay, how long did the process take of, well, I guess start to finish? Like, you had to obviously first visualize what all of this was going to be.
Yeah.
And then from there, start the design process.
Yeah.
How long did this all take?
We were engaged for 3 years because when we got engaged, I was in the middle of my first radio tour. And I was like, listen, I don't want to go on my first ever radio tour and answer questions about being married. I am more than that. And I think that's important in country music is like, I'm more than who I'm dating or who I'm married to.
Of course.
So I need like a break. And then I would say the planning started like a year and a half before. And then I started my wedding dress. We got married in April. I started my wedding dress and the bridesmaids dresses in December.
That's so wild.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it was all gorgeous. If you haven't seen the photos, go to Cassie's Instagram.
Thank you.
I mean, stunning in every single way.
Thank you.
And as far as this fashion and creativity, like you make most of your, if not all of them, on stage outfits and looks.
Yeah.
And I do obviously want to get into music in a second, but just starting off strong, because you walk in and I'm always like, okay, what is she wearing? What does she look like today?
Thank you.
As far as all of these looks and everything, how do you find that you keep it fresh and new, and basically, like, how do you know what you're going to go for when it comes to creating something before you start?
I think I always try to bridge the fact that I have to look familiar to who I have been before in the line, because I still am new and people are still learning who I am. You have to have some sort of visual tie, right?
Yeah.
That's why hairstyles sometimes make people's career, because they're identifiable. Like, if you can make a silhouette of an artist and people know who it is, then their branding and their styling has went well. Like, you just have to keep that in mind. And at the same time, I just try to pay attention to what I like. I'm a Pinterest board freak, and I don't pay attention to trends or, what people might perceive me as based on what I'm wearing. I like to balance masculinity and femininity equally, because if I'm dressed too much like a girl, I just don't feel right. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But I also love being a female, so I like to express that as well. I'm a low-rise pant, belly shirt girl, especially on stage, because I sweat like here first.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I'm like, I gotta be cool. I gotta breathe. I don't see how people wear the tight stuff on stage, because I run around and act crazy. I need room for my lungs to breathe.
And it's interesting, the difference in what's comfortable for one person and somebody else, right? Because clearly that means what you're wearing on stage, you're most likely comfortable in.
Yeah, I want my legs covered.
Yeah,
like, because I'll be kicking and bending down, and like I have to be covered. Everything's got to be in. And then as far as red carpets and anything else that I make clothes for besides stage, I get so inspired by my favorite designers, whether that's what they've done the past couple seasons or archival pieces. I like things that look deconstructed, things that aren't too perfect.
Yeah.
I like things that are a little bit dark, because I am on the inside, and I just try to stay true to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last couple questions. You about the fashion side of things. Yeah. You're your own stylist as well. Do you ever think that if the right person came along to help you and really had a similar vision as you, that you would want to work with somebody? Like, do you think that would maybe help in that regard?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because there's going to be a time, it's even overwhelming now to, this is insane to say, but to shop.
Yeah.
Like, it really is, because I'm not happy just going to the mall and just like seeing what's on the rack and buying it.
Sure.
So if I do buy things that I don't make, they're all vintage. So I'm on eBay or Depop or Poshmark or whatever. And hunting, that takes hunting. We're hunter gatherers. You have to go and search. So that's time consuming, and it can be exhausting or stressful, and going, oh no, if I don't find, the next batch of good stuff, I'm not going to have things to wear. And you get up early and you're in your closet ripping it apart. So I think one day, once someone fully understands and doesn't mind being a true collaborator, like doesn't mind me being as much in charge of buying the pieces and styling them as they are, then absolutely, I would love to.
Yeah, which, by the way, that is such an art in and of itself, is finding the pieces. You really have to sort. You really have to hunt.
I think stylists, what they do is like such an art, because you'll watch, like, I saw a thing the other day, and I already knew, but to see like before and after, when movie stars change stylists, it can change the trajectory of their entire career. Like, it was showing Margot Robbie when she was tied to a stylist who was tied to Chanel, and the Chanel silhouettes just did not fit her body frame or her color palette. And then the guy that took over during the Wuthering Heights and the Barbie press tours, then she became a superstar because she was getting all of this press for just what she was wearing.
So true.
And so it was insane, like, how her price and her branding went up just based off of someone else's interpretation of how she should be dressing.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. And you can tell she glows. So
she does.
Yeah.
Well, you do too.
Thank you.
Would you ever consider creating a fashion line, your own line?
It's like on the dream list. It would of course have to be right, and it would have to be further down in my career when I could really work with a fashion house who cares about where they're sourcing the fabric from and who is sewing it. I wouldn't want to pair with fast fashion.
Right.
I wouldn't want to sell polyester junk to my fans. I don't want their clothes to fall apart after 3 or 4 washes. It would have to be someone where the quality was good and people could trust that what I'm giving them is gonna last them and make them look fabulous for their whole life.
I'll be purchasing, just letting you know.
Thank you.
Well, because you're thinking of the consumer. Like, obviously, you wear your own pieces. So, of course, you're like, I have to be comfortable, which in turn, I want others to make it matter as well.
Right.
So, okay. Now let's also get into the music.
Okay. Okay.
We'll probably end up coming back to fashion
totally
at some point somehow. But another thing that, happened in this past year, 2 years, I guess, we haven't seen you, but you have this collaboration with Parker McCollum. And I love the story behind the song almost as much as I love the song.
Thank you.
Sounds like something I'd say. The story, which we can get into it, but Parker himself, he heard the song through your team, basically. You don't even know how he managed to find the song. Not only did he hear it, but he knew it and he would sing it to you.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, it came together but you're like, I'll put it out, but why don't you be on it?
I shot my shot. Shoot or shoot.
Yeah.
Right? We were already friends when we met. We got along instantly because he's just a very real person and he's hilarious and he has a large amount of sarcasm.
Yeah.
And so do I. So it was very much like we would just prank each other or honestly be mean to each other. And Jesse Vaughn, his publisher at Warner Chappell, sent him this old work tape. I wrote it this year is 10 years with my publisher. So I wrote it 9 years ago, probably.
Yeah.
And to listen to the work tape, I'm like, I cannot believe you've listened to this so long. Cause that's like a baby voice. Like when I hear it, I'm like, oh, it's my little baby voice. And he came up to the Ryman and to me at the Ryman and started singing it. And I was like, what the hell? And I used to be so protective of my music. Like I didn't want it like I was Beyonce getting her songs leaked. So I was just always so nervous. And now I'm like, who wants to hear it? Like I'm like Oprah giving away cars. Like you get to listen. Yeah. And I turned around, I'm like, how do you know this? And he's like, I listen to the work tape all the time. And I was like, oh no, it's probably not good. And then when I went out on the road with him, his band was like, oh, you're the work tape that we have to listen to every day, multiple times a day. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. So, yeah, I shot my shot the second time he was singing it to me at the Ryman. And I was like, well, if you like it so much, why don't you cut it with me? And at first he was like, you sing the crap out of it. I don't want to ruin it. And I was like, have you heard yourself?
Right.
Yeah. And it was on from there. I love it.
It's kind of funny that, you ended up kind of reconstructing some of the lyrics so that it worked for a collaboration.
Yeah.
And it's funny thinking that he didn't have that idea to begin with.
Yeah.
You were like, no, let me ask you this. And he's like, no, this is your song. It's like, bro, you could have thought of this, and this whole time you're listening to this song.
That's like a testament to who he is as a person, though. Yeah. Like, he's not trying to, pimp his career to he's not trying to pitch himself. He's like, hey, I think you're really talented. I think that song's really good. As your friend and as a fan of what you do, I think you should just do this. He wasn't trying to make money or get his name on something he thought was good, which a lot of people would do. They would be like, oh, I want a cut of that. He wasn't like that at all. He was just like, hey, you should do this. I listen to it all day long, and I honestly want a version that's not a demo. So can you give it to me?
It's so interesting. I've talked to a couple people recently about the journey of a song. Most recently, Carter Faith, where she had an old song and Carly Pierce ended up just cutting it. I think Church Girl. So, and that was years ago when she wrote that song. And you're saying this song was a 9-year-old, right for you.
Right.
Did this make you think about going back and, pulling out some of those songs that haven't seen the light of day? And you're like, what else do I have that I could potentially bring out to the public?
Yes and no. My kind of writing timeline that I've had is when I first got my publishing deal, I wrote songs like California, Missouri. I wrote Pretty Shiny Things. That's what got me my publishing deal. I was writing very country things.
Yeah.
And then I kind of veered off because I was listening to too much Rihanna and too much Drake, and there's
Not
like
a
a whole
problem, by the
section
way.
of my catalog that you're like, those are pop songs. Like, it's a canon event. Every country singer has to go write pop songs for like a little bit,
Sure.
and then go, I don't like this shit, and come back. But that song always stuck out in my mind, and I just never thought it was the right time, because there for a while I was treading between pop and country and getting influenced by things that weren't necessarily, you know, true to my insides. That didn't make sense at the time.
Sure.
It would have come out of left field. And then by the time we put the album out, and I was putting, you know, back to me, like Angel Smokes Cigarettes, like that is me to my core.
Yeah.
Then Sounds Like Something I Say just made sense. I'm not trying to give anyone whiplash. I'm not trying to confuse the fans, although I do want them to know that I am multifaceted. Everyone has multiple genres on their playlist, on their Apple, on their Spotify. I didn't want to, you know, throw them completely, you know, out of left field.
Yeah. You guys, you and Parker performing it live, I was like, I didn't think it could get better. But then unfortunately haven't been able to see it live with my own eyes, but I've seen the videos. And I love the way that you two are, you know how you both sound individually and on the song together, and yet still you guys play off of each other. It makes it sexy. I'm just gonna say it. I mean, it already is like a sexy song.
Yeah.
And then the way you guys perform it live, it's just so fun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's we're friends, and
Of
like
course.
his wife is like, do it.
Right.
She's like, I love when you guys do, like, they know it's a performance, and my husband too is like, that sounds just play it up. That's what the song is about. I hate watching two people do a duet, and the song is about having chemistry, and they look like two of those side characters off SpongeBob, just like, you're like, hey, come on, give it to the people. They spent their hard-earned money on this ticket.
Yeah.
Give them what they feel in their bedroom or in their car when they're listening to your song.
That onstage chemistry is it's
you gotta
important.
do it. Yeah, you gotta do it.
It really is. Okay, so Made from the Dirt, 2024, and then the deluxe songs, The Blooms, was last year, September, I think, summertime around
somewhere in there. Yeah.
So now, you know, let's talk about what's coming up. For instance, the song Bitches. All right. I don't think I'll ever say bitches as much as I am in this interview with you.
Me either.
Okay, but luckily we are SiriusXM. We can say whatever we want.
Thank God.
Yes. I come from a long line of bitches. Okay, this, just start off by talking about, you know, obviously this came up in your mind, and then to be like, you know what, screw it. This is me, and this is what we're going to write.
Right. I think for a very long time, you know, I've been in the industry so long, you come in to the industry and you're like, I'm the baddest. I'm going to tell everybody, I'm going to do this thing. I have this vision. And then you're in it for so long that, or at least for me, I became too patient and too soft and too, I'll wait in line. And then it got to a point, even with if Made from the Dirt, I wasn't demanding anything.
Yeah.
I wasn't really asking for my worth. I was just expecting everyone to kind of do what they said they would do, and not necessarily be mean, but just kind of be like, I know what I have.
Yeah. Not
Not only did I bring all this to the table, I built the damn table, and I made the outfit that I'm wearing sitting at the table. This is crap. I'm not going to just keep, you know, watching other people get in line in front of me. And so when I started writing songs for this album, I was at a place where just like zero fucks. Just zero. And like, if I don't just speak my mind, I'm not going to make it. Like, I have to find some reason in all of this to dance and to bite and to just get through it. And then the world around me kind of felt like everyone else needed that too. Everyone just wants honesty right now. They just want authenticity. They just want someone who's not necessarily going to cry publicly, but is going to come and slap somebody and like take care of it. And so we wrote Bitches. We wrote another song first that, no offense to the writers, they would probably say the same thing. I don't even remember the title of. It was probably Soft or like some ballad or whatever.
Sure.
And we wrote Bitches in maybe 30 minutes. and we had the time of our lives. And, you know, we're not thinking anything about if it's going to be released or if it's nothing. We just had a great time. We're laughing. That was a good day. And then, you know, we're turning in songs for the first round of cutting for this next album. And my entire A&R team at MCA were like, oh, we're obsessed with this song. Mm-hmm. We're obsessed with all the songs, but this is so good. And I remember for the first cutting session, they were like, what do you want to cut? And I listed 3 other songs. And they were like, they all called me. They're like, why is Bitches not one of them? And I was like, I mean, and they're like, Kassi, are you going to do what you said that you want to do? Or are you going to, like, wimp out, basically? And so we decided as a team that would be the first song. So it would serve as a warning that whatever comes after, at least, you know, you warned them beforehand.
Well, and it seems like the fans are just loving it already. Yeah. I mean, social media is eating it up, but really, so during CRS, which is Country Radio Seminar, a bunch of country radio industry professionals are here in Nashville, and it's like a showcase that you and the label do, and, you know, all the artists. This is absolutely no offense to the other artists, because it was already popping in there, right? People were excited. The fans were there, as well as country radio professionals. I was on air, so I couldn't attend, even though it was across the street at the Ryman. But when my coworkers came back, and not just them, what I heard, the murmurs, you only get to sing one song, right? Yeah. You sang Bitches. No, that's what stuck with everybody. I'm just going to say it.
Good.
Like, I heard that the crowd was so ecstatic about it. That's what I heard murmuring when people came back, and I was like, I have to listen to this song.
That's
I have
very
to hear
kind.
it.
Thank you.
And I hope you're seeing that too.
Yeah.
On socials and just like wherever you're getting feedback.
Yeah. When they told me, when Miranda McDonald, she's the head of promo at MCA, she's one of my best friends. She was like, we want you to play Bitches at the Ryman. And I was like, you're supposed to play your radio single. Like, no one's going to play that on their station, like, as far as typical radio. And she goes, who gives a shit? Like, it's a great song, go sing it. And I walked out on stage and I said, now, judging from the title, y'all probably know you are not going to play this on your station. But don't worry, you will play this at your house. And I think that made them just be like, I can't believe she said that. And like, I didn't even consider that to be polarizing. And then afterward, people were like, I think it's so cool that you said that. And I was like, I was just being myself. And the response that I've gotten, I knew girls my age would like it, right? Just because how we were raised with the internet and where we are now culturally. But the amount of people that are like my parents' age coming to me and like, I'm a bitch, like, I'm a bitch too, and they love it, and I'm glad that it's being received well, and that they know what I mean when I say I come from a long line of bitches.
Yeah, I don't trust anyone that thinks they're not a bitch. You gotta have a little bitch in you.
Yeah, and also, like, you probably don't think you're a bitch because you're scared to be a bitch. Yeah.
It comes out sometimes, you know.
Yeah, it has to.
Some people are like, girl, I know.
It's a survival instinct.
Probably deserve it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you always say, have you heard people say, like, if somebody tells you whatever opinion people have of me that they tell you, believe them, because I treated them accordingly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And that's just the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bitches is the first, introductory song thanks to you and your team.
Yes.
And you're like, this is what's coming.
Yes.
We already knew that you are just vulnerable. Your songwriting, all of your music, it is you.
Thank
you.
You.
Even just the title, Made from the Dirt. Like, let's be real. Like, the whole album, fantastic.
Thank you.
I didn't know what California, Missouri was until I met Kassi Ashton.
That's fine.
But now we know, a Missouri country artist right here.
Yeah, there it is.
So what can you tell us about this upcoming project? Maybe those 3 songs that you went into, to cut that day that you ended up either adding Bitches or substituting. What's coming?
We've done 7 so far. We just did 4 more, and then we'll do another studio session of 3 or 4, and then 3 or 4 after that for a deluxe or whatever. It's for the girls. It's for the girls. It's for the girls who are taking a break from being soft. It's for the girls who are taking a break from being sad or crying in their room wishing things were better.
Yeah.
Who are ready to go out and kick somebody's ass if they deserve it.
I want to go back to that too. You were talking about, how you did go into starting to write this. You wanted to be real. You wanted to kind of, no one wants to be a bitch,
Right.
but you felt that you were being a little softer than you could be in regards to maybe the industry, the way you felt like, I don't know what it was, you're being maybe perceived, or you just didn't feel like you were getting to where you wanted to be. So for you, as far as how you would define the next step of success, what does that look like for you? Is it being nominated for a certain category? Is it just getting your music in more ears? Like, what does it look like for you for that next one?
I think very, very first priority at the end of the day are the fans. I have really pivoted from any sort of industry accolade. Like, those are fabulous, but I really, really care about reaching fans. More people at shows, more people that are hearing the music, more people that feel like they are seen and heard by what I'm making, more people that feel like they can get through whatever might be impacting them right now. And then I guess more opportunities coming to my door to be creative in avenues that I've always wanted to be creative. Like, whether that be clothes, like we talked about, or motorcycles, or hair, or mental health, or charity, or whatever, just to be able to reach more people, I think is the next step for me.
Where do you think, this is going to sound like an interesting question coming out, but I'm going to get there. Where do you think those people are? Like, besides all over, of course.
Right.
Do you see getting more relatability from fans at a festival, at an intimate venue, at a stadium, opening up for, a big headliner? Where do you see that your main people right now are?
I would say, obviously you want as much of all of it as you can get. The bad thing about opening up for someone at a big arena or a stadium is you get 30 minutes tops.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get to know someone in 30 minutes, especially if I come out in low-rise pants and my stomach's out and I'm saying bitch 12 times on stage. They might get the wrong impression. They're either going to get it right away, or they're going to be like, who is this girl, for better or for worse. I would say those intimate things, because I'm a human and they're humans, and I would prefer they get to know me on that level. I think some people want to come off as a celebrity or like a star that can't be touched, and I'm just not interested in that. I would rather, of course, I love all the lights. I want to shake my ass. I want to be, I want to make everybody feel seen, but if I could sit there and really talk to people, I'm interested in that, because it's kind of like outside of my career, I'm going to remember someone and feel closer to someone if I'm not small talking with them. And I feel like if you only have 30 minutes on an arena stage, that is small talk.
Yeah.
Whereas I'd rather have a deep conversation with one person than have small talk with 30, because they're not going to remember my name. I'm not going to remember their name. But that one person, I've got them now.
So true. Well, we'll wrap things up here. But I appreciate how, you're vulnerable in your music, and you're vulnerable sitting down as well. Like, I always love talking to you. It's been too long. We need to make it sooner than this.
Yeah, I'd love to.
For next time when your new album comes out. Let's come back and talk about it.
Okay, fabulous.
What do you think has been, you've been in this industry for quite a while now.
Yeah.
You've been around for over a decade.
Long time,
songwriting and everything. What have been some of those struggles that you see that are maybe newer now than what you saw when you kind of started out?
I guess the biggest one is the ever-changing format of how you're discovered, right? Short-form content, when I got signed, was not a thing.
Yeah.
TikTok was not a thing. Writing for TikTok was not a thing.
Right.
Radio was the winner, and Instagram was the winner. Do you know what I'm saying? And having to constantly change and pivot as an artist and learn new ways. I feel like as soon as you have something down, something else comes. And also right now, it was sort of edging on that when I signed, but right now it's like the Wild West where nobody has answers. It's just if you happen to get luck and pop off. I think we as an industry know what to do once it pops off. There, you can kind of like hit this stride and hit this conveyor belt of strategy or whatever. But that gap between starting out and popping off is just this unknown ghost Wild West territory. Yeah. And that has gotten, I feel like, even more difficult to understand as time has went on while I've been in the industry. That's definitely the biggest hurdle of like, you don't know what's going to pop off on an algorithm. You have no idea. And now the algorithm's changing and hopefully returning to not just did you copy and paste someone else's video, you didn't do a dance, you didn't whatever. I think it's getting back to authenticity where people want to get to know someone's personality and they just want you to gab at a camera and post it, which I can do. Like, let me talk. Yeah. But that's that can be difficult.
No, definitely. I feel like a lot of people feel that way in their industry right now because of social media. Like, it is the Wild West for a lot of us. So it's relatable. Obviously, it's different for you. And I think, though, maybe I'll try to speak for the fans here on this as a fan of you. I still love, though, that your authenticity is the same because trying to keep up with all of that is probably difficult in a way that we'll never understand. Yeah. But what's most important is obviously you don't want to change yourself in doing so, you know, especially somebody whose music and career is grounded on being yourself and really showing like where you come from and who you are. You know, you don't want to change that just because your industry is making, you know, the way the algorithm is making you feel like you kind of have to do something different. Yep. So I think it's important that you're staying true to yourself.
Thank you. And I think my OG fans that have been here, they'd call me out.
So true.
They'd be like, "No, that's not it."
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We know you hate that.
We've heard you talk about this.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks for being you. We're excited to hear this new music.
Thank you.
Thanks for being a bitch.
I'm excited too.
Kassi Ashton on the highway.